Hello everyone. From this lecture I am going to start our new chapter, that is resonance. So, resonance is the frequency response of a circuit or network when the supply frequency matches with the natural frequency of the circuit. Means जब हमारी सप्लाई फ्रीक्वेंसी नेचुरल फ्रीक्वेंसी ऑफ द सर्किट के बराबर हो जाएगी तो उस टाइम पे जो फ्रीक्वेंसी रिस्पॉन्स होगा दैट इज नथिंग बट रेजोनेंस. ड्यू टू रेजोनेंस ऑसिलेशन ऑफ स्टोर्ड एनर्जी फ्रॉम वन फॉर्म टू अनदर फॉर्म टेक्स प्लेस. इसका मतलब है अगर मानो स्टोर्ड एनर्जी है, एक फॉर्म की एनर्जी है ए एंड दूसरे फॉर्म ऑफ एनर्जी है बी. सो ड्यू टू रेजोनेंस क्या होगा, ये फॉर्म ऑफ एनर्जी ए विल कन्वर्ट इनटू अनदर एनर्जी फॉर्म दैट इज बी एंड देन अगेन बी विल कन्वर्टेड इनटू ए, अगेन ए विल कन्वर्टेड इनटू बी. दिस ऑसिलेशन विल कंटिन्यू and this is due to what? Resonance. So from the above statements we can conclude that for the occurrence of resonance in any system, two different energy storage elements are required. दो डिफरेंट एनर्जी स्टोरेज एलिमेंट्स होंगे तभी तो वन फॉर्म टू अनदर फॉर्म ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन होगा एनर्जी का, isn't it? Since we are going to deal this resonance in electrical circuit, so in an electrical circuit these two energies are provided by which element? Inductor and capacitor in the form of magnetic field and electric field. See, capacitor stores energy in the form of electric field, we know that, yes or no? And inductor stores energy in the form of magnetic field, we also know that. तो at resonance क्या होगा, ये electric field conversion होगा magnetic field में and again this magnetic field will convert into electric field and this oscillation will continue at resonance. So resonance occurs in a circuit that has at least one inductor and one capacitor, yes or no? One inductor and one capacitor. Now there are some points regarding this resonance. Write down points. First point is resonance is a condition in an RLC circuit in which capacitive reactance and inductive reactances are equals, means the value of XL and XC, this magnitude will be equals at resonance. And when the magnitude of inductive reactances and capacitive reactances are equal, then this will result in purely resistive network. So purely resistive network में what we know, that in purely resistive network source voltage and source current are in same phase. So you can also say that the circuit is said to be at resonance when source voltage and source current are in same phase. Okay. Let us talk about resonant frequency. See, resonant frequency, in simple words you can say that it is the frequency at which resonance occur. Means जिस frequency पे resonance occur होता है वो उसे क्या बोलते हैं हम लोग? Resonant frequency. You can also define it as that it indicates the rate at which the energy transformation takes place between the inductor and the capacitor. Write down this definition, that it indicates the rate at which the energy transformation takes place between the inductor and the जिस रेट में हमारी जो एनर्जी का ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन होता है इंडक्टर और कैपेसिटर के बीच में, मीन्स जिस रेट से इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड मैग्नेटिक फील्ड में कन्वर्ट होती है एंड देन मैग्नेटिक फील्ड इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड में कन्वर्ट होती है, तो इस रेट को क्या हम लोग बोलते हैं? रेजोनेंट फ्रीक्वेंसी। तो हमने अभी तक रेजोनेंस की थ्योरी पार्ट में क्या क्या देखा, दैट रेजोनेंस इज द फ्रीक्वेंसी रिस्पॉन्स, जब हमारी क्या होती है सप्लाई फ्रीक्वेंसी नेचुरल फ्रीक्वेंसी ऑफ द सर्किट के बराबर हो जाती है। रेजोनेंस में क्या होता है, स्टोर्ड एनर्जी वन फॉर्म टू अनदर फॉर्म, इसका क्या होता है ऑसिलेशन होता है। अनदर थिंग वी स्टडी दैट इलेक्ट्रिकल नेटवर्क और इलेक्ट्रिकल सर्किट में ये जो दो एनर्जी हमें चाहिए वो किससे प्रोवाइड होती है, इंडक्टर एंड कैपेसिटर से। इंडक्टर क्या करता है, स्टोर करता है एनर्जी को इन द फॉर्म ऑफ मैग्नेटिक फील्ड, एंड कैपेसिटर क्या करता है, इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड में एनर्जी को स्टोर करता है। एंड रेजोनेंट फ्रीक्वेंसी के बारे में हमने क्या पढ़ा, दैट द फ्रीक्वेंसी एट विच रेजोनेंस अकर्स इज नथिंग बट द रेजोनेंट फ्रीक्वेंसी। See, that much introduction about resonance is enough from gate point of view. Moving towards series RLC circuit. Write down series RLC. So, if you draw the circuit diagram of series RLC, this will be like this. I, and the drop across resistor is VR, this inductor as VL, and this capacitor as VC. So what is the condition for resonance? Means at resonance, what you can write? I have told you that at resonance, what happened? The voltage and source voltage and current are in same phase, or you can also say that the voltage across inductor and capacitor becomes same in magnitude. So the magnitude of inductor voltage and capacitor voltage is same. So IXL is equals to IX of C. So XL is equals to X of C. This is also the condition for resonance. Now, if you calculate the Z in R series RLC circuit, what you will get? R plus J XL minus XC. And when the magnitude of XL and XC got equals, then this Z will become pure resistive. That is equals to R. Means you can also say that at resonance, imaginary part of Z is equals to 0. तो जब आप क्वेश्चन डील करोगे तो ये सब आपको ज़रूरी होगा. तो दीज आर द कंडीशंस फॉर एट रेजोनेंस इन सीरीज RLC circuit. Now XL is equals to XC. So you can write XL is equals to XC. What is the value of XL? Omega L. Let us say this as omega naught because we are talking about resonance. So generally we represent resonant frequency as omega naught. So omega naught L and omega naught 1 by omega naught C. So from here you will get resonant frequency as 1 by root over LC. So this is nothing but the resonant frequency in case of series RLC circuit in radian per second. If you want to calculate the frequency in hertz, what you will do? Simply you will divide this by 2 pi root over LC. This frequency is in hertz. Okay. Talking about phasor diagram, since this is RLC circuit, so we will take I as reference phasor. This is I phasor hour. Now what about VL? VL will be what? 90 degree leading to I phasor, because in case of inductor what happened? Current lags voltage by 90 degree. And what about C? That is capacitor. Current will lead from voltage by 90 degree. So see, at resonance what happened? The magnitude of VL and VC got equals. So this phasor and this phasor will cancel out. And what about VR? Let us say this is VR phasor. So this is V. So VR phasor will be nothing but equals to the resultant voltage at resonance. Okay. Now let us see some more graphs. Means first is impedance versus omega. How the impedance changes with respect to our resonant frequency. So what is Z? R plus J XL minus XC, isn't it? So Z is equals to R plus J omega L minus 1 by omega C. If you calculate the magnitude of this, you will get root over R square plus omega L minus 1 by omega C whole square. Yes or no? So we have to plot the graph between versus what? Impedance and omega. So let us take two axes. This is omega axis and this is mod Z axis. Okay. Now what happened if we take, means if we make omega is equals to 0 or omega tends to 0. See, when omega tends to 0, this will become 0 and this will tends to what? Infinity. 0 minus infinity, you will get at minus infinity, and then square infinity, and r square plus something plus infinity is nothing but infinity. Means when omega tends to 0, mod Z tends to infinity. Okay. What about when omega is equals to resonant frequency, that is omega naught? So when omega is equals to omega naught, then at resonant frequency what will happen? This omega L and 1 by omega C means the magnitude of inductive impedance and capacitive impedance got equals, and this whole term will cancel out, means become 0. Simply you get mod Z as R. In case of what? When working at resonant frequency. When omega tends to infinity, see, this term will tends to infinity, this whole term tends to 0. So again the whole mod Z tends to infinity when omega tends to infinity. So the graph will look like something like this. Okay. See, this value means the value of mod Z at resonant frequency is nothing but the minimum value of impedance. Why? देखो आप यहाँ पे अगर नोटिस करोगे तो ये आर स्क्वायर प्लस में ये वाले इम्पिडेंसेस है, तो ये Z मिनिमम कब होगा? जब ये वाली 0 हो जाएगी. तो ये जो हमारी वैल्यू मिलेगी ओमेगा इक्वल्स टू ओमेगा नॉट पे, दैट इज नथिंग बट minimum impedance. So this point is mod Z minimum equals to R. This is at omega is equals to omega naught. देखो यहाँ 0 पे क्या हो रही है? इन्फिनिटी की तरफ टेंड्स कर रही है और इधर भी इन्फिनिटी की तरफ टेंड्स कर रही है. ओके. एक चीज़ ध्यान देना आप, ये जो आप लोग को सिमेट्रिकल दिख रहा होगा ये प्रैक्टिकली सिमेट्रिकल नहीं होता है. प्रैक्टिकली दिस विल बी लाइक दिस because frequency response is not generally symmetrical. That's why we didn't get symmetrical graph. Now this part is what? Omega less than omega naught, means when frequency is less than resonant frequency, and after this is when frequency is greater than resonant frequency. So let us see what is the behavior of the circuit when frequency is less than resonant frequency and when frequency is greater than resonant frequency. First talk about when omega is less than omega naught. So if you square it, you will get omega naught square. So omega is square. What is omega naught? 1 by root LC. So this will be LC. Omega L less than 1 by omega C. So this is nothing but XL is less than Xc. Means the behavior of circuit before, means when frequency is less than resonant frequency is nothing but the capacitive behavior. Means this part is capacitive nature. Circuit nature is capacitive in this part. That, and when this is capacitive nature, what happened? The power factor leading in nature. Okay, and for this part again see, omega is greater than omega naught, so omega square greater than omega naught square. Omega square is greater than 1 by LC, so omega L is greater than 1 by omega C, and this is XL is greater than XC. मीन्स इधर साइड का जो पार्ट होगा वो क्या होगा? इंडक्टिव बिहेवियर का होगा, इंडक्टिव इन नेचर. एंड व्हेन इंडक्टिव इन नेचर द पावर फैक्टर विल बी लैगिंग इन नेचर. सो अगर आप देखोगे तो यहाँ से हमने क्या कंक्लूड किया? दैट व्हेन ओमेगा लेस देन ओमेगा नॉट, so our circuit will behave as capacitive, and when omega is greater than omega naught, the nature of the circuit will inductive. Okay, now let us plot next graph, that is between x and omega. तो अब हमें किसके बीच में ग्राफ प्लॉट करना है? x वर्सेस ओमेगा के. ओके, so what is our x? xl minus xc. So x is omega L minus 1 by omega C. Now when omega tends to 0, this will tends to 0 and this will tends to minus infinity, that is x tends to minus of infinity. And when omega becomes omega naught, then this will become 0 because the magnitude of xl and xc equals हो जाएगी. When omega tends to infinity, this is infinity, this is 0, then x tends to infinity. So now if you plot the graph, you will get as, this is our omega and this is x-axis. You will get the graph as this. This is omega is equals to omega naught point. Here the x is what? Becoming 0. और वैसे ही जैसे मैंने पिछले वाले में बताया था आपको निकाल के, that is this part will be inductive, this part will be, sorry, this part will be capacitive na, capacitive, this part will be inductive, that is here leading, and this is lagging. This is omega greater than omega naught and this is omega less than omega naught. Okay, so this is the behavior of x with respect to our frequency. Now I versus omega graph. So I versus omega. What we know about I, that I is nothing but v by mod of z. V is v and this is r square plus omega L minus 1 by omega C square. Sorry, I think I have to write this here. So v by r square plus omega L minus 1 by omega C square. So this is what? This is I. Now in this I, when omega tends to 0, what will happen? This will become 0, this will become infinity, minus infinity, and again 1 by v by infinity, that is I will become 0. When omega is equals to omega naught, simply I will become v by r, and when omega tends to infinity, again this I will become 0. So if you will if you will plot the graph, you will get the graph as this. this point is omega is equals to omega naught, means at resonant frequency. At resonant frequency, what is the value of I? V by R. And this part is again capacitive, this is inductive, leading in nature, lagging in nature. यहाँ पे क्या होगा, XC ग्रेटर दैन XL होगा, एंड यहाँ इस वाले एरिया में XL ग्रेटर दैन XC होगा. दिस एरिया इज नथिंग बट ओमेगा लेस देन ओमेगा नॉट, एंड दिस इज ओमेगा इज ग्रेटर दैन ओमेगा नॉट. तो अभी तक की समरी एक बार देख लेते हैं. सबसे पहले क्या था, फॉर ओमेगा लेस देन ओमेगा नॉट, फॉर ओमेगा लेस देन ओमेगा नॉट, here at omega is equals to omega naught, and this is for omega is greater than omega naught in case of what, series RLC circuit. So in when omega is less than omega naught, what is the behavior of the circuit? That is capacitive behavior. Overall circuit is what, capacitive network. At omega is equals to omega naught, resistive network. Omega greater than omega naught, this is inductive network. ऐसा ना, अगर यहाँ पे z का अगर आप लिखोगे रिलेशन तो कैसे होगा, r माइनस जे एक्स के टर्म में. हियर z इज सिंपली इक्वल्स टू r, एंड हियर z इज r प्लस जे एक्स. इस टाइप की फॉर्म फॉलो करेगा इम्पिडेंस. What about the graph, phasor diagram of V versus I? V, this will be I. For capacitive network, which one leads? Current one leads. By how much? Power factor angle, that is phi. Let us say it as phi. For resistive network, both current and voltage are in same phase. And for inductive nature, which one leads? Voltage phasor will lead, or current phasor will lag by how much? Power factor angle. So you can also say that here it is power factor is leading in nature, here unity power factor, and here lagging in nature. इसके केस में क्या है, एक mod of XC is greater than mod of XL. Here mod of XC is equals to mod of XL, and here mod of XL is greater than mod of XC. तो अगर आप यहाँ से phi वर्सेस ओमेगा की ग्राफ प्लॉट करोगे तो you will get it as like this. This is 90 degree, this is minus of 90 degree, this is omega axis, and this is our power factor angle axis. Okay, this is point at resonant frequency, means omega is equals to omega naught. This part is lagging part, and this part is leading part. Moving towards the graph of capacitor voltage and inductor voltage. First of all, what we have from the circuit, VC as mod of I into XC, and I we have V by Z, or mod of I as V by root over R square plus XL minus XC square, isn't it? So VC from here we will get as magnitude of VC. I am talking just about magnitude of VC, V into XC, that is V into XC, and by Z R square plus omega L minus 1 by omega C square overall magnitude of Vc is V by omega c root over r square plus omega L minus 1 by omega c square. Okay. Now if you will rearrange it for drawing graph, this is V by c, ओमेगा को अंदर डालते हैं रूट के, फिर क्या होगा ओमेगा आर होल स्क्वायर प्लस ओमेगा स्क्वायर एल माइनस 1 बाई सी स्क्वायर. तो यहाँ से अगर आप देखोगे दैट व्हेन ओमेगा टेंड्स टू ज़ीरो, देखो ये वैल्यू टर्म तो ज़ीरो हो जाएगी, ये वैल्यू टर्म भी ज़ीरो. सो व्हाट यू विल गेट, वी मॉड ऑफ मीन्स मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ कैपेसिटर वोल्टेज V बाई सी, ये दोनों ज़ीरो एंड द स्क्वायर ऑफ माइनस 1 बाई सी, फिर रूट उसका लोगे 1 बाई सी, दैट इज V. तो ओमेगा ज़ीरो पे हमारी जो मैग्नीट्यूड क्या आई कैपेसिटर वोल्टेज की, V आई. अब देखो व्हेन ओमेगा टेंड्स टू इन्फिनिटी लेते हैं, तो जब आप ओमेगा टेंड्स टू इन्फिनिटी लोगे, सो दिस टर्म will become infinity, this also will become infinity, means something by infinity is what, 0. So Vc is 0. From here if you want to calculate the maximum value of capacitor voltage, we have to do the differentiation with respect to frequency. तो यहाँ पे अगर आप dVc by d ओमेगा करोगे फॉर मैक्सिमम वैल्यू, उसे आप 0 से इक्वेट कराओगे, then you will get Fc as 1 by 2 pi root over Lc root over 1 minus r square c by 2L. Means this is the frequency at which the maximum of capacitor voltage will take place. ओके अगर आप इसे फिर d2Vc by d ओमेगा स्क्वायर निकालोगे तो ये इस फ्रीक्वेंसी पे नेगेटिव ही आएगी. आपको अगर करना हो तो आप कर लेना. ओके तो Fc पे क्या होगा, हमारा जो कैपेसिटर की वोल्टेज होगी वो क्या हो जाएगी, मैक्सिमम हो जाएगी. अब एक ही साथ इंडक्टर की भी देख लेते हैं वोल्ट वैल्यू, उसके बाद हम लोग ग्राफ प्लॉट करेंगे. तो देखो आप इंडक्टर की वोल्टेज की वैल्यू निकालोगे तो क्या होगा, मॉड ऑफ आई इंटू एक्सएल होगा. तो वी एल की वैल्यू क्या होगी, वी ऑफ ओमेगा एल आर स्क्वायर प्लस ओमेगा एल माइनस 1 बाई ओमेगा सी स्क्वायर. देखो अब ओमेगा जब आप टेंड्स टू ज़ीरो करोगे तो वी एल की वैल्यू का क्या हो जाएगी, ज़ीरो हो जाएगी, और ओमेगा टेंड्स टू इन्फिनिटी करोगे तो भी वी एल की वैल्यू क्या हो जाएगी, ज़ीरो हो जाएगी. अब फिर आप अगर इसकी भी मैक्सिमम वैल्यू निकालनी हो, डी वी एल बाई डी ओमेगा इज इक्वल्स टू ज़ीरो पुट करोगे तो एफ एल यू विल गेट एज 1 बाई 2 पाई रूट ओवर एल सी रूट ओवर 1 माइनस 1 बाई 1 माइनस आर स्क्वायर सी बाई 2L. So this is the value of frequency where the maximum voltage of inductor will take place. Okay. अब क्या करते हैं हम लोग, इसकी ग्राफ प्लॉट करते हैं. तो देखो जब आप ग्राफ प्लॉट करोगे तो हमें ग्राफ किस टाइप की मिलेगी, सबसे पहले Vc को देखते हैं. Vc की वैल्यू ओमेगा इज इक्वल्स टू ज़ीरो पे क्या हो रही है, V हो रही है. अगर आप मानो यहाँ पे V है, ठीक है, तो Vc की वैल्यू ओमेगा मीन्स V से स्टार्ट होके कहाँ जा रही है, ज़ीरो को जा रही है. देखो Vc का जब आप ग्राफ प्लॉट करोगे तो ये कुछ ऐसा आएगा. अब VL के बारे में देखते हैं. VL कहाँ से, ज़ीरो से स्टार्ट हो रहा है, फिर एंड भी ज़ीरो पे हो रहा है. और आप जब VL का ग्राफ ड्रॉ करोगे तो ये कुछ ऐसा दिखेगा, Vc and this is VL, and this point is the frequency at which maximum of capacitor voltage occur is nothing but Fc, and this is
FL.
And this frequency where the voltage across capacitor and voltage across inductor gets equal is nothing but the resonant frequency. So this is F0. यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है, इस पॉइंट पे VC और VL की मैग्नीट्यूड क्या हो जा रही है, सेम हो जा रही है. तो एक चीज आप देखो, ये जो पॉइंट है यहाँ की वोल्टेज इज ग्रेटर देन दिस V, isn't it? And this is the supply voltage. So you can say that at the resonance frequency, the voltage across capacitor and inductor are equal and greater than the source voltage, and this phenomenon is called voltage magnification. See, voltage magnification happens due to charging and discharging of L and C. देखो कैसे, assume C is charging, this capacitor charge हो रहा है, at the same time L is discharging, then C will be charging. तो देखो इस टाइम पे क्या होगा, कैपेसिटर जो होगा वो वोल्टेज सोर्स से तो चार्ज हो ही रहा है, ऑल्सो इट इज ऑल्सो चार्जिंग थ्रू इंडक्टर, हेंस द वोल्टेज अक्रॉस C will gets greater than the supply voltage. क्योंकि पूरी चार्ज, अगर कैपेसिटर फुल चार्ज हो जाएगा तो इसके अक्रॉस ये सप्लाई वोल्टेज तो आ ही जाएगा, एंड ऑल्सो जो जिस मीन्स इस इंडक्टर की वजह से जो चार्ज हुआ है वो भी एडिशनल वोल्टेज इसमें इंक्लूडेड होगी, मीन्स कैपेसिटर वोल्टेज के अक्रॉस, ये सब नो. सो क्या हो जाएगा, VC विल बी ग्रेटर देन V एट व्हाट, रेजोनेंस. ओके, so this is about today's lecture. Thank you.